Welcome back to V-Rule. Today we are looking at 15 cards valued at $15 each or thereabouts that I think might be worth picking up. Before we jump into that, I'm doing a giveaway, a little giveaway right here, right now on this video here. Like, comment, and subscribe. This is a Pokemon mystery card pack. I have 6 cards in here, sealed promo. We got some other stuff. There's some cool things in there that I want to have go out to one lucky winner. So be a part of the channel. The goal for this giveaway, this little tiny giveaway, I know I do the big giveaway, but this little giveaway here, 75 likes on this video in 48 hours. That's what I'm looking for. So today is Friday, which means you get all of Friday, all of Saturday. We get 75 likes. Sunday, I'll be announcing a winner for that little giveaway. Let's dive in. There are a lot of different cards that you could find in this $15 price range. Now, this $15 price range is the market value price. The price you're seeing here is not entirely accurate. That could be a damaged version of it. It's more the market value. And once you get to that $15 mark, it goes 15 and change and then plops right down to 14 real quick. So I kept it as close as I could. Some even go down as like $12 or $13, but we're in that range, and I think it's worth taking a look at some of these, but there are a lot of them. Starting off with Poliwrath, Scarlet and Violet 151. This one is gorgeous. The artwork alone is beautiful, and I happen to like Poliwrath. I always did when I was a kid. Thought he was big, strong, kind of goofy looking, and now years later he's got like this Monsters Inc. kind of vibe to him. So really interesting character in the TCG, in the franchise, but Poliwrath getting a little love here in 151 with an illustration rare and coming in at about 1430 there for that card. Yveltal out of Paradox Rift. Didn't really like this one at first as much. It wasn't like one that I was drawn to out of the set for Paradox Rift once upon release here. However, over time and in this price range, it's really grown on me. This really cool, crazy swirl here. You got the really good posture of the Pokemon, really deep, you know, a little bit dark vibes to it, but I feel like there's been a little bit of a push on some Pokemon cards to get more to this Magic the Gathering kind of feel to it. I don't know if that's intentional or if they're really trying to turn a direction just to cater to people like me who are much older right now in the hobby and being attracted to this. Market price is putting this at $13.26, but keep an eye on it. It might be worth picking up. Who doesn't like the legendary birds, especially the original legendary birds? Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno GX secret rare out of Hidden Fates. Getting the 3 birds all in one. The promo for Hidden Fates out of the ETB was the stained glass birds. Really cool card. I have a couple of those that I picked up on the secondary market a couple of years ago now, just because I really liked the trio and it was very interesting to see. But the rainbow card really looks great. And the earlier rainbow cards are interesting because they're very light in how they feel. They're not as vibrant, not as saturated in the color scheme there. So it's a little bit more of a subtle, it's obvious, but it is a more subtle rainbow in there. Coming in under 15 at 1432 on that one. Another rainbow, earlier rainbow here out of Sword and Shield base. Not super early. This is when we really got into the more common rainbow rares, which I'm surprised they're not doing as well as they could be at this point in time. Marnie here, popular trainer, holding the Pokeball. I think that helps a lot for me, just the posture of Marnie holding the Pokeball on this one here. $12.92 coming in at under $13. We're going to Mewtwo VSTAR out of Pokemon Go. I know Pokemon Go is kind of a set that a lot of people right now would pass on, but when it released, it was pretty crazy. People were really excited about it. They liked the tie between finally showing up 4 or 5 years late to the game after Pokemon's release in 2016. However, the fact that they came up with this specific Pokemon Go set was interesting. You have the Pokemon Go logo on most of the cards, but not all of them, like you see here. The little set symbol for this was just a Go, and the O was a Pokeball, which I thought was a clever little take there. But the gold background, the purple Pokemon, gold and purple being nice complements there when you get down to it, and it really makes it a little bit more than just your average gold card. The V-Star is a cool mechanic also. So all things good here. Who doesn't love Mewtwo? Interesting to see there. And at 14.17, and this is actually a pretty recent climb here too. Wow. So might be time to consider that one. Fuecoco, you got to go with the starters. It's always a safe bet to be holding and collecting on starters in any form there. Out of the Scarlet and Violet era starter lineup. Fuecoco is looking good here, rolling through the shop like some little pet in the person's bag here. All the different stuff on the shelves, all the details, the little reflection of your high bay or your light up above those fluorescent tubes possibly, and you got that direct shadow down. Just a lot of little details here that are really making it look nice. Good fun card to have there. 1402 on Fuecoco there for the illustration rare. Coming back to Scarlet and Violet, 151. Psyduck running down the stairs all crazy. He's got a message we're not going to understand, but I'm really excited to get him down here and we can figure out what's going on. Where's the trouble? Maybe he's just losing his mind, but please don't blow up. Psyduck got a 151 illustration rare. Really cool card. 1377 right there. Heracross, I think this is a great one here. Almost blends into the side wall here where we're at. The nice shadow being cast, the beautiful sky, the road going by here. But love the way they did the lighting on this Heracross. I like that we're only in this 1/3 of the frame over here, and then we're kind of getting close to a center line for that horizon. It kind of puts into the best of both worlds of rule of thirds, and then this, you know, abnormal in composition, abnormal split of the horizon being central there. So 1509, just a tick above that $15 mark we were talking about, but I thought it was worth pulling in for the conversation. Drowzee, a lot of chaos here, a little creepy in some ways. If you start investigating here, are they singing? Are they screaming? I'm not entirely sure here with these characters, these people. Lots going on with the fair in the background. I don't know the scene where we're at, but Drowzee's just chilling on the park bench over here, kind of hanging over the back of it and taking a little nap there from the Scarlet and Violet base set. Now, Scarlet and Violet base set, it gets passed up so quickly, so often, and the price is still reasonable on that set. However, I think it's going to have its day like we saw with Sword and Shield base, like we saw with the Sun and Moon base. They have their day and they come back around. And at 1507, looks like this one's actually been coming back around over a long period of time, just stretching it out. Yeah, we're seeing some things happen here, folks. I'm glad I finished my Scarlet and Violet base so long ago when this thing was like $4 or $5 rather than 15, but it's on the climb, and you're not going to be getting a lot of these. The set's still out there, not too hard to find, but you're not going to be having a lot more hitting the market in any major rush. So you might want to consider some of these things, especially the earlier Scarlet and Violet era cards. Tapu Koko EX, just the colors pop. Very simple, beautiful, gorgeous card here. The sunset, the water, the sky. This one's fantastic. And at 1353, it's actually on a little bit of a downslope. Might be worth taking a look at there for you. Moving over to this one, I thought it was just unique. I had not seen this one before here. Out of Ultra Prism, it is Unite Energy. So we have the Lightning, Psychic, and Metal Energy here all coming together in this gold card. So it's a really interesting depiction. Usually we have that ball for the energy, but having this, you know, painterly swirl showcasing them, a nice little addition there. And at 1345, looks like an interesting pickup. If you're into gold cards, this might be one that's on your radar there. Meowscarada, I don't remember. Paldea Evolved. So another great set, and at the starter line, being a special illustration rare, the third evolved form there, coming in at 1456, just shy of our target of 15 today to discuss. I think that's a good pickup. Anything in the starter line is always worth keeping on your radar, because over time, the people that come into that generation, the people that are introduced into Pokemon on that specific generation, we're in Gen 9, right? So anybody who's moved into this, these are their starters. Just because I started with Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle, like many of you over here, right? I started with those. Those are going to hold a little place for me, just the nostalgia going back. These starters are going to do the same thing, but let's take a quick break. Let's take a quick look over at the poster collection from 151. I'm giving this away. Once we reach 4,000 subscribers, I'm also doing 2 3-pack blisters of Surging Sparks. Yes, Pokemon's latest and super popular set, as well as 5 Pokemon mystery card lots. All you have to do is like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget, I'm doing an additional card lot right here, right now. This one, if you like this video, we're going for 75 likes over the next 48 hours on this video, and that's going to go out to a winner being announced on Sunday. So make sure you're a part of that bigger giveaway by being a part of the channel in general, and then doing a little part here. You're entered kind of twice here now on this video, but for that big giveaway, go over to this video here. That's the one you want to leave an additional comment to make sure you're entered, because I need to pull all of those from one location. Let's jump back in. Like we said, the starter line is a good way to go, a good investment, and here we are at 1456 on that one. Slowpoke, out of Scarlet and Violet base. Again, Scarlet and Violet base is just kind of creeping up on us a little bit here, but Slowpoke, what a great look for him. Usually we get this lazy posture of Slowpoke, but just out on the city block here, hanging out, peeking out, and my goodness, that price is peaking up quite a bit here. Oh my gosh, crazy. $12.78, not quite our $15 mark. However, probably going to be there soon if that trend tends to move on the direction it looks like it's going. Metagross out of Temporal Forces. This is probably one of my favorite, more modern, I know it's not super modern, but more modern Pokemon here, Metagross here. And what an awesome artwork. So much detail, and especially this time of year, coming up with Christmas here. We got the snowman in the foreground, all the snow out there hanging out. We got this little tractor doing some plowing for you. He's helping out by rolling up some snowballs and clearing the streets. And we have this beautiful sunset gorgeous going on in the background. Just love this card. The artwork's beautiful. Glad I have this one in my collection. I don't have the finances to go and collect every single illustration rare, every single special illustration rare. I would love to be there soon at some point, but for now, I pick up a few that really that I enjoy. I'm not interested in going after full master sets all the time. There are a handful of sets that I am working on to master, just because I've had to really rein in my spending, rein in my collection journey, and pay attention to where I'm going with it. But this one, once I realized where this was at and how beautiful it is, I had to have this one in my collection. I think I picked it up at $8 once upon a time. So pretty lucky there. The fact that most of these cards have had pretty steady climbs. Yeah, must have got it pretty early on back there from its release. And here we are at $12.55. Still not its all-time high, not the FOMO price there, but we're getting back to it. So you think the FOMO prices are crazy and then they drop down? Well, eventually over time, things tend to correct themselves, and it does come back to that. So if you hold long enough, for those of you who jump on these crazy prices, it could get that way. I wouldn't say that for things like the Cassiopeia that jumped out at $200 on Shrouded Fable. However, some, like this one, are showing that trend to be true. Kirlia here out of Scarlet and Violet base. Again, Scarlet and Violet base. You're hitting the mark a lot here. $15.24, just a little bit above, but I thought it was worth talking about because the trio altogether is one of the best lines of artwork. They're having all three of them together, but this is just our middle evolved form here, and coming in just over that $15 mark. Again, that trend of the Scarlet and Violet base just working its way up over time here. So it might be time, if you are thinking about this particular one, what do you think of all of these picks altogether? There's actually a lot that come into this price range of $15. So I just pulled out the 15 that I think spoke to me that I could talk about with you. But it's worth taking a minute to browse and go through it. We all get so fixated on the new sets or the upcoming sets, and then we kind of forget about these things. And then by the time we come back around to them, their prices are going up and up and up. We kind of miss the boat. So keep an eye on sets that are 2, 3 behind where we're at now. I'd be looking at Special Illustration Rares and Illustration Rares out of Stellar Crown. I would be looking at Shrouded Fable if you want some of those singles, because a few of them are actually pretty nice. I'd be going back a little bit further into Paldea Evolved. There's so many sets, so much to look at, but you don't have to have them all. You don't. But I'd like for you to get something. I'd like for you to get something cool. How about the Pokemon 151 poster collection going out to one lucky subscriber, 2 3-pack blisters of Surging Sparks to 2 additional subscribers, and 5 Pokemon mystery card lots. We also have that added bonus mystery card lot going out on this video. 75 likes over 48 hours, so I can announce it on Sunday to be giving that away. Can't wait to be doing that for a lucky winner here, but that's not taken away from the 5 mystery card lots going out for the big giveaway, the 151 poster collection, the 2 3 Surging Sparks blisters, there 3-pack blisters. Lots of stuff going on, going crazy. We're on the road to 4,000 subscribers. We're going to get there, and we got to do it by the end of the year. We can do this. I post 7 days a week, so like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell. And with that, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.